Welcome to English class of Standard 12th. Here in this class we will be doing novel and the name of the novel is The Sign of 4. Section 4 is the section of novels and 4.4 The Sign of 4. This is the novel written by Sir Arthur Ignatius Conan Doyle. It is a detective novel which you are going to enjoy a lot. Let's know about the author, Sir Arthur Ignatius Conan Doyle. He was born on 22nd May 1859 and lived till 7 July 1930. He was a British writer who created the character of Sherlock Holmes. Originally, he was a physician. In 1887, he published A Study in Scarlet that was the first of 4 novels and more than 50 short stories about Holmes and Dr. Watson. Sherlock Holmes is the very famous detective character. Sherlock Holmes stories are generally considered milestone in the field of crime fiction. Doyle was a prolific writer. Other than Holmes stories, his works include fantasy and science fiction stories about Professor Challenger and humorous stories about Napoleonic soldier Brigadier Gerard, as well as the plays, romances, poetry, non-fiction and historical novels. One of Doyle's early stories, J. Hibbakak Jepson's Statement, helped to popularize the mystery of Mary Celeste. The Sign of 4 that we are studying now is the second novel of Arthur Conan Doyle, in which Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson solve the mystery of hidden treasure and murder. We will be studying Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 of the novel. The major characters are Sherlock Holmes, John Watson, Mary Morstan, Major Sholto, Thaddeus Sholto, Tonga, and Toby. Before we begin with the novel, let's see what is the outline of the novel. The novel begins with Holmes and Dr. Watson engaged in a discussion when Mary Morstan, who is a young woman, she also loves Holmes, visits the two of them at their place. During the meeting, Mary tells that after her father has disappeared under mysterious circumstances some 10 years ago, she began receiving a large pearl in the mail on the same day of every year. She tells that she has received a letter instructing her to go with both of them, Watson and Holmes, to Lyceum Theatre. The letter gives her the hint that some injustice has been done to her. Holmes and Watson, they agree to accompany Mary. Soon, Watson and Mary, they are attracted to one another. As per the instructions in the letter, when the three were heading to the Lyceum Theatre, Holmes, Watson and Mary, they were whisked away, that is, they were grabbed and taken away in the darkened carriage to a strange house. In that strange house, there was a person whose name was Thaddeus Sholto. He revealed to Mary, he told to Mary that her father was dead, and he also told her that she was the partial heir to the great hidden treasure. Thaddeus goes on explaining her that his father has always lived in fear of some men who had wooden legs, and on certain occasions he used to have fight with those strangers who were handicapped. On his deathbed, when he was telling to the elder Sholto about the existence of the treasure, just before he could tell them about where it was, there appeared the face of a bearded man in the window, and the old man suffered a fatal, that is, deadly heart attack. The next morning, after the death of his father, they found a note affixed to the body of his father, and it read Sign of 4. Thaddeus proceeds to explain that after searching for years for the treasure, his brother Bartholomew, he discovered the treasure in a hidden attack in the family house. On his deathbed, the father of Sholto brothers, he made them swear that they would share the treasure with Mary Morstan, who was some unknown claim in the fortune. that is, she had a share in the treasure. Thaddeus concludes that by entreating, that is, by requesting the three of them to accompany him to the family estate where they will divide up the fortune. When they arrive at the family estate, the three find a shaken housekeeper who claims that Bartholomew has not come out from his room all throughout the day. Holmes and Watson, they look through the keyhole of the room and they find an unnatural grinning face that is looking at them. Breaking down the door, they find the body of Bartholomew. A poisoned thorn is lodged in his neck. After investigating for some time, Holmes concludes that the two persons, one of whom who is a wooden leg, has committed the crime. According to Holmes, the second person was an especially interesting individual who has become an apparent murderer after stolen the Agra treasure. One of the investigations of Holmes, it revealed that the wooden-legged man had stepped in Crisetto during his escape. Crisetto is a dark brown oil. He had stepped on it, and following up on this lead, Holmes and Watson, they borrowed a dog so that they can follow the scent, and their search, it led them to the edge of Thames, where it was clear that the two criminals had hired a boat for escaping. Over the next few days, Holmes, he appoints Baker Street irregulars, that is, gang of street urchins, gang of young poor children, to search the river for the boat. But when these efforts fail, Holmes, he himself in disguise, he searches for the boat, and he discovers that the boat, the Aurora, it has been camouflaged. That is, the appearance of the boat has been changed. That night, Holmes, Watson, and several officers, they followed the Aurora, the boat Holmes was looking for, in a police barge, that is, police boat. They gradually overtook the boat, and that boat contained a wooden-legged captain and a small pygmy, that is, a native from Andaman Islands. He is a short height person. That native, he attempted to shoot Holmes with a blowpipe, and ultimately it happened so that he himself got shot by Holmes and Watson. The Aurora, it ran into a ground, and the wooden-legged man had become entrapped in the mud, and subsequently he was captured. This wooden-legged man who was caught by the police on the boat, his name was Jonathan Small, and he was brought back to Baker Street along with an iron box which was found on the boat. He was Captain Small, and he narrated the story about that box, about the Agra treasure. Like he said, it was all started when he was the gatekeeper of the fortress in India. Small, that is Jonathan Small, he explains that he was approached by the three Arab guards and was offered a share in the great fortune if he would help them murder the man who carried that treasure. Jonathan Small, he agrees it, and when the man, that is the diplomat from the wealthy sheikh, he arrives, the Arabs, they murder the man, and Jonathan Small, he blocks his escape as he is the gatekeeper of the fortress. And then the four conspirators, that is Jonathan Small and the three Arab guards, they hide the treasure somewhere, but soon after they were arrested for murdering the diplomat. Jonathan Small, he was sent to the penal colony on the Andaman Islands, that is jail on the Andaman Islands. There he managed to befriend with the native, his name was Tonga, who became his loyal companion. Jonathan Small again was able to bribe two of the guards on the island, and their names were Sholto and Mostyn. Mostyn is Mary's father. They agreed to help him by escaping. In exchange they wanted the share in the fortune. The two agreed, and Sholto left to bring back the treasure. After some time, when Sholto did not return, it became apparent to Small that Sholto had betrayed him, and he escaped from the island with Tonga. Small was in search of Sholto. After many years, Small had tracked down Sholto, and he arrived just in time when Sholto was dying. At that time, he had affixed the note on the body of Sholto with a reference of himself and the three Arab companions, that sign of four. And when he returned to Sholto estate, Tonga murdered Bartholomew and the two stole the treasure. Small concludes the story by revealing that in the course of time when he was being chased on the Thames, he threw the treasure into the river. The end of the story is Small is taking poison and he dies. Watson, who is now in love with Mary Watson, he proposes her. Let's see the theme of the novel. The theme of the novel, it revolves around Agra treasure. Throughout the story, the appearance of the treasure, it leads to direct and often a tragic change in the lives of the characters. Because of this treasure, while removing the treasure, it causes the characters to return to their previous position. We can say that in case of Small, Jonathan Small, who is a convict and who again regains the treasure, this leads him down to the path that ends to a murder, and also the removal of the treasure, he is a prisoner once again. Talking about Mary Mawson, who is a charming young woman, Mr. Watson can think about marrying her. But with the prospect of Mary becoming the heiress, the partial owner of the treasurer, the possibility is removed because he feels and he fears that it will happen so that he is marrying her for her treasure. When it is discovered that the Agra treasure is gone, there is again a possibility that Mary comes to the position where Watson can propose her for marriage. The shallowness of wealth and the destruction that can come through it is seen in this story, in this novel. As the Agra treasure, directly and adversely it affects everyone. In the course of the story, the Sheikh's emissary, that is Sheikh's diplomat, and Bartholomew, they both are murdered for the treasure. Tonga is killed for fleeing with it, and Small is sentenced to life imprisonment. Additionally, both Thaddeus and his father, they spend their lives constantly worrying about wooden-legged men and about strangers in general. To end with, we can say that Agra treasure, it even provides a romantic conflict for Dr. Watson. He feels that he cannot marry Miss Mawson for the fear that he will appear to be after her money. With this, we have come to an end with the outline of the novel and theme of the novel. Thanks for watching. Meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. So friends, don't forget to subscribe the channel and share the video, and also to like the video. Thanks for watching.